Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a new reissue in a box of all of Georges Pretre's Poulenc recordings. This is good stuff. This is wonderful stuff. It's some of the best stuff that Prêtre did, too. One of you wrote me a comment. You said that you're getting into Georges Prêtre because you heard his Also sprach Zarathustra with the very well-integrated and vivid organ part, which I wouldn't necessarily give him credit for at all. It's the engineers. But, it depends. Prêtre is one of those conductors who did a great deal of sort of middle-level work. He was not one of the greats. He definitely wasn't, but he had his strong suits. And this series with Poulenc really was one of them. It was just terrific. I mean, he made a lot more records of a lot more other stuff, a lot of which you can't find anymore, sometimes for good reason. He could be a little bit odd, almost like Laurent Mazel odd, kind of strange in his choice of tempos and his odd in his phrasing and emphasis. I mean, we don't have to go into the details. But Poulenc admired him, and he admired Poulenc. And so this was great stuff. So let's see what's in here, and we'll have some fun, because it's really, really, really good. You have to get this. I mean, there's no question about it. It's reissued on Erato, and it consists of 7 discs, the first of which is this classic, iconic recording of the Gloria. This doesn't have the Gloria. Of course, it says it does. See, it says Gloria. It's not on this disc. What we get on this disc is the organ concerto, the piano concerto with Gabriel Tacchino, which is a wonderful performance, and the Aubade, also with Gabriel Tacchino, and the Paris Conservatory Orchestra. The organ concerto has Maurice Duruflé with the Orchestre National de la Radiodiffusion Française. And they're very, very good performances. The sound, okay. The sonics have dated, in the organ concerto particularly. They're a little diffuse. Maybe that's the word. But they're terrific in the piano concerto and the Aubade. So that's fine. And Tacchino is excellent. Then we've got the concerto for 2 pianos, and this is with Gabriel Tacchino and Bernard Ringisen. The Concert Champêtre. Let's see who's doing that. With Jean-Patrice Brosse. This has not been in print for a billion years, because usually the one that they issue is the one with Amy Van de Vile, and the double piano concerto with Poulenc himself and Jacques Rouvier playing the piano parts. So that's great to have these back. The Suite Française, the Bucolique, Pastorelle, and the Matelote Provençale. And here they all are. The last 3 are digital recordings with the Philharmonia. I think they were couplings to his recording of the complete Les Biches, which we'll talk about in a moment. But CD, let's see, yes, this Concert Champêtre is the first release on CD. So that's great to have. You can't have too many recordings of that, especially the harpsichord version. It's so much fun. It really is. Then we've got the Histoire de Babar, the story of Babar, in French and in English. It was orchestrated by Jean Francais, by the way. And the Model Animals, the suite. Peter Ustinov is the narrator in both French and English for Babar. And it's the Paris Conservatory Orchestra again. The Model Animals is a wonderful ballet. It's absolutely delightful, and it was only recorded complete rather recently. I think there's one on Naxos that's really quite good. But boy, oh boy, no one pays any attention to it. And it's one of Poulenc's major stage works. It's really good. So listen to the suite. The complete ballet is not much longer. Really amazing. Absolutely amazing. And here we've got song things with Prêtre and all sorts of things here. We've got the Chanson Villageoise for voice and orchestra, the Rhapsodie Nègre, Le Bal Masqué, which is completely insane and endless fun, Le Bestiaire ou Cortège d'Orphée, which is also bizarre, the Sinfonietta for orchestra, the bits he wrote for Le Marié de la Tour Eiffel, which was a group thing. Ravel was in it, and all kinds of other people did bits of it, and the 2 marches and an interlude for chamber orchestra. It's a big collection of things. Let's see, who's Jean-Christophe Benoit is the baritone, And Maisie Charpentier is the Maurice Charpentier. Piano and the Paris Conservatory Orchestra. Yay! We get to hear lots of Paris Conservatory Orchestra, which is always fun. Then we've got Les Biches, the complete Les Biches, the whole sucker. This is the digital recording with the Philharmonia. And you know what? I don't think it's that great. There are better versions of Les Biches. It was the one disappointing thing for me, not so much because of the performance itself, but because the sonics were early digital. And they were really lacking in bite and firmness and color. And I mean, they're better now. They fixed it a little bit, but still, there are better versions of Les Biches. Then we've got the Sept Répons de Ténèbres. Oh, gorgeous. And Sécheresse, his cantata, which is also a major work that nobody ever does. Ever. Of course, you don't get the text and translations, do we? Let me make sure we don't. I'm sure we don't. But, might as well double check and be disappointed. There we are. Yeah, okay, I'm disappointed. They should have that, but that's there. And I think it's like the only recording of it, or one of just two or something. Very few recordings of it. It was a terrible failure, and I don't care because I love it. So there we go. And the Tenebrae Responsories were his last major. That was his last major choral work. I think it was commissioned by the New York Philharmonic, and Bernstein conducted the premiere. There's a recording of him doing it, along with the Messiaen, Trois Petites Liturgies. So it's a masterpiece. It's wonderful, wonderful. Here we've got the Gloria. Thank you, with Barbara Hendricks. Is Barbara Hendricks doing this one? Yes, and the Stabat Mater and the four motets for penitential motets as opposed to the Christmas motets. So it's Barbara Hendricks, Radio France, Prêtre, and all those people. I was wondering then who did that other Gloria with Cartieri. Wait a minute. Is that with Georges Prêtre? Yeah. So there, he did it more than once, and let's see if it shows up. I don't think so. Did they stick it in here somewhere? No. We have La Voix Humaine with Denise Duval, which is, of course, fabulous, and La Dame de Monte Carlo with Mehdi Mesplay, which is fabulous, and that's it. But it appears that this may not quite be complete, right? Maurice Duval, I don't know. I don't know. Strange. They should give us everything. Everything, if they haven't. I have to go back and look at I have my Poulenc complete edition right over there. Let me just take a look. You know what? Hang in there, folks. Just give me 1 second. Okay, here we are. Œuvre lyrique. Here we go. Musique symphonique et religieuse. And let me see which version of the Gloria we have on here, just so that I can be absolute. There it is. Yes, with Rosanna Cartieri. There she is. So here we go. I just need to take a look here on, where did they stuff the Gloria? There it is on CD 5. So we'll look at CD 5 from this. This is the French complete Poulenc edition, not in the big box. This was in 4 or 5 little boxes. Gloria, Georges Prêtre, there it is, 1961. But he redid it in digital. No, my friends. Everything he did should be here. Everything. I mean, is there also a suite from Les Biches as well? He did a couple things a couple times. Let me check here. CD 2 is Les Biches. Did they put it on twice? I don't see it. All right, I'm not going to worry about that. I made my point. So it's not complete. I wish it were. I mean, don't overthink these things. Record people there, just throw it all in a box and let nature take its course. Huh? Anyway, it's still essential. It's wonderful. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.